A Sacramento Baptist preacher issued extreme and troubling comments in a videotaped sermon, actually praising the Orlando club attacks.
Hey, are you sad that 50 pedophiles were killed today? No, I think that's great. I think that helps society. You know, I think Orlando, Florida is a little safer tonight. We don't need to do anything. As far as I'm concerned, Orlando's just a little safer tonight.
YouTube video of Sacramento pastor Roger Jimenez speaking about the tragedy that struck Orlando, Florida Sunday morning.
As Christians, should we not be mourning the death of these 50 vile, perverted predators? I wish the government would round them all up, put them up against a firing wall, put a firing squad in front of them, and blow their brains out. What if you asked me, hey, are you sad that 50 pedophiles were killed today? No, I think that's great. I think that helps society. You know, I think Orlando, Florida is a little safer tonight. Now that 50, you know, the tragedy is that more of them didn't die. I wish the government would round them all up, put them up against a firing wall, put a firing squad in front of them, and blow their brains out.
Well, Jimenez spoke to our Sacramento CBS affiliate last night, and he stood by his statements condemning the gay community.
Potential terrorist, high IQ, white-collar criminal. New computer technology can scan their faces and detect character traits within seconds.
We do profiling based on facial structure.
Israeli startup Faceception works on the theory that DNA determines personality, which is reflected in our faces. The company's technology draws results within seconds. Seemingly, it's an ideal screening tool in airports or at mass gatherings like Olympic Games. But experts say the technology's imperfections, as much as a 20% error margin in some trials, raise questions. Namely, ethical questions around profiling. Computer expert Pedro Domingos asks, can I predict that you're an axe murderer by looking at your face, and therefore, should I arrest you? Faceception innovators say,
this is only a decision tool. So people can use our tool and even increase it to a certain level of 95% accuracy. So it's a matter of the market and production implementation.
Meaning it's up to human screeners to take investigations to the next level when suspicion is aroused. Faceception is negotiating deals with global security firms and recently signed a contract with a major Homeland Security agency.
Career criminal mastermind Hillary Clinton wants your vote. So let's take a look at what is fueling her presidential campaign, because a small percentage of shallow, misinformed voters will cast their vote for Hillary based on plastic values determined by her sex, her shallow political experience, and her hollow promises rather than the criminal indulgences Hillary has left in her wake as a corporatized public servant for the hijacked U.S. federal government. Hillary's New World Order cohort, President Obama, utilized the Hegelian dialectic to simply lie out of both sides of his mouth to get elected, racking up countless broken promises, a tactic Hillary wields with abandon. Currently, the latest hellhound on Hillary's trail is the fact that 20% of Hillary's campaign is funded by none other than the royal family of Saudi Arabia. That's right. Hillary is funded by those responsible for 9/11, the country that bought its way onto the United Nations Human Rights Council, while simultaneously beheading its own citizens, bringing the 2016 death toll to 95 as of June 2, 2016. Saudi Arabia has a legal system based on Sharia law, with a Sharia law mole compromising a potential U.S. president in the form of the Muslim Brotherhood-linked Huma Abedin via her parents and her brothers. True to form, faux feminist Hillary wants to deflect the fact that the greatest woman-hating country on planet Earth is funding 20% of her campaign.
Good people will sit there and go to an interfaith gathering and hear women talk about how wonderful that Islam was the first to give women their rights, that Islam protects women. When you enter the world of Islam, you enter a world in which everything has two meanings and everything is upside down. And everything you think you know, it's the opposite of that. It's like Islam is permanent opposite day.
We and our allies must work hand in hand to dismantle the networks that move money and propaganda and arms and fighters around the world. We have to stem the flow of jihadists from Europe and America to Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, and then back again. The only way to do this is by working closely with our partners, strengthening our alliances, not weakening them or walking away from them.
Trump's words will be, in fact, they already are, a recruiting tool for ISIS to help them increase its ranks of people willing to do what we saw in Orlando. General Petraeus said recently that demonizing a religious faith and its adherents will come at a great cost, not just to our values, but to our men and women in uniform and our national security.
But Hillary knows who butters her globalist bread. Zero Hedge reports, as a reminder, it is illegal in the United States for foreign countries to try to influence the outcome of elections by funding candidates. That appears not to have stopped the Saudis, however. Saudi Arabian Prince Mohammed was quoted as saying, "Saudi Arabia always has sponsored both Republican and Democratic Party of America. And in America, current election also provide with full enthusiasm 20% of the cost of Hillary Clinton's election, even though some events in the country don't have a positive look to support the king of a woman for presidency." Forgive the bad English. The report did not remain on the website for long, although the Washington-based Institute for Gulf Affairs later republished an Arabic version of it, which quoted Prince Mohammed as having said Saudi Arabia had provided with full enthusiasm an undisclosed amount of money to Hillary Clinton. It's simple. A vote for Hillary is a vote for the continued slaughter and subjugation of American citizens under the emerging acceptance of Sharia law over the values expressed in the United States Constitution. It's really that simple.